So I forgot to add myself to the stage. It's just me today. So it's been a while. It's been, I don't know, since November 20th since I've been here. And I streamed yesterday with Jeff, reached out to him. He's not up to it today. I don't know. Feel like coming back on a stream, Richard? I will gladly shoot you the link. So I only put up the notification, God, I don't know, just maybe a couple hours ago. So really don't expect much. But I thought I'd at least, offer up a presence and see how it goes. And let me remember how all this stuff works. It's been a while. Yeah. Trying to, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants today too. So I thought, I just need to get my backside up here. It's been rough. I don't know. And the last couple of weeks of December, so almost the last month, I got hit. I was talking about this yesterday on Jeff's stream, got hit with this bout of vertigo, and it's still not completely gone away. And Scotty Raising Fishes sent me an email today with a link on treatments for it. So I gotta look into that, see if I actually need to go see an MD or what. I don't know what it would be, like an ear, nose, and throat. And there he is, just talking about you again, Scotty. Your ears are burning. So yeah, I don't know if I should go see an ENT, an ear, nose, and throat specialist, or just because it mostly it's passed, but all of a sudden, just get these kind of yeah, not so fun. So anyway, Michael, what's up? So and Greg, yeah, thanks for being here. Hang on, I'm getting cool stuff. Maybe not. So yeah, I just sold something on eBay. Bunch of actually little plastic toys that are probably from a dollhouse. I bought this little plastic caravan or trailer, the local thrift store. Geez, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, and it had a bunch of loose toys with it, and I sold them, bundled them up separately. And then my neighbor gave me this big old dollhouse that I put up for sale on because it's big, so marketplace. Sold it there, and the lady I put the toys up with it. She didn't want them, so I kept those and put them back up. Yeah, yeah, really. And yeah, I watched the video this morning, Scotty, and also a whole bunch of other videos, with the same thing came up. So anyway, hey, Chris, how are you? Gabe, I wonder how Gabe's doing. So anyway, I just sold that bunch of those plastic toys. One less thing on the shelf. I love that. Yeah, Gabriel. What is it? GNC Aquatics. God, I was going to reach out to him, send him an email, see if he's still alive. He kind of comes and goes. I know he's got grandkids and he likes to spend time with the family, and I think that's fantastic, and I hope he's well. But I do miss him. I guess if I remember, I'll send him an email. So how's life in the Great White North, Chris? Are you up to your eyeballs in snow yet? Everything frozen over solid or not? It's a nice day here finally. It's been chilly and overcast. The wind's changed. It's coming out of the east. It's been coming out of the west with rain and just dew and everything else that we don't normally get. But I don't know. So it's a nice day today. I think it's probably got to be in the 70s, which would be the first time in like a week and a half. Let me look. Nope, only 65 out there. Interesting. So I don't know if there's more rain coming. Yeah, 66 on one channel, 65 on another. NOAA says 70, so somewhere in between, probably 65, 66. So like that. It's been a lot. Yeah, nice today around freezing. Yeah, great. So 0. Is that right? No. Yeah, 0 Celsius. I guess that's 32 here. Juneau, Alaska. 7 feet of snow and sinking boats in the, no kidding, just from the snowpack on the boats. Wow. Well, and they have been having just a ton of earthquakes too in the Anchorage area, all up in that kind of like, I don't know, valley or whatever it is where Anchorage sits and goes back up into a fjord or whatever. So they've been busy up there in Alaska. We had a tornado touch. Oh, no kidding. No damage, I hope, Michael. Yeah, those scare. I think those are way more scarier. I don't know. I mean, I live in earthquake country, and they come out of nowhere. There's no warning for those. I know there's tornado warnings, but still, the amount of damage that most earthquakes do, even big ones, I think is just insignificant to. Hey, Fish Bam Link, thanks for being insignificant to what a tornado's got the potential to do. I mean, just erases stuff right off the surface of the earth. And wow. No. Anyway, enough of that, I think. So, yeah, I live in tornado. Yeah, Kathy found a place. We have a grandson, and his mom live in Telephone, Texas. And we have Kathy's daughter, her eldest daughter, and no, could have been worse, huh? Her eldest daughter and her 2 daughters, and her eldest daughter Summer and Summer's boyfriend and his 2 all live. They used to live in Garland, Texas, and now they live in Rowlett. And so Kathy found a place just sort of northeast of all that, and nice and big house and 2.5 acres, I think. And, and then she was saying that, and it's a good price. I don't remember what it was, but we could probably sell this place, buy that for cash and have cash left over. And, but then she said it's in Tornado Alley. And it's when you get outside of Tornado Alley, the prices increase significantly. That cracks me up. I guess it's not to be, what am I trying to say? It's understandable, that would be the case. There's areas around here where, just seems like 20 feet one way or the other, and prices just change significantly. I put out a video last night, first one I put out in, I don't know, a week and a half or so, maybe even longer. A long one, fish room update, one of those. And it's it was long, like almost an hour long, I think 55 minutes, and it was fun. And then when I was on the stream yesterday, Christine, Sweet Acre Koi, said, I'm a member and I want more videos on your tub. So that's the next one. I'll put a video out on my livestock tub and what I do. And I'll keep Christine happy, and I like to do that. I like Christine. And then I was telling Richard, I'll put one out. Hey, Christian, how you doing, pal? And Peter, hi. And I was telling Richard yesterday I was going to make one on using one of the fluval breeder boxes and hooking it up to the Lowell's Fish Lab Make More Fish egg collector, and how to combine the two. And we'll just something to do, keep stuff up there a little. Try and keep my hand in the kitty with the videos because it's fun. I like making the videos. This is just different for me, the streaming bit. So yesterday was the first time I'd streamed in, I don't know, maybe a month and a half or so with Jeff. And then the last couple streams I did, I got to stream with Michael on Wave Makers with Michael and Curtis and Jeff Kane. So those are always fun. And mosquito hell. And the mosquitoes are about the size of a Winnebago, aren't they? Aren't they, Chris? I've seen the mosquitoes in Banff. I drove all the way across Canada, east to west a couple times. And the mosquitoes in the Canadian Rockies are the size of small school buses. And they bite right through clothes and they hurt, So I feel your pain, pal. So anyway, I thought I'd go maybe about an hour today and, Yeah, Michael, it's always fun. I really appreciate it. Uh, I know you offered to come up the last time we spoke, and you're welcome to. I can put a link up if you want to come sit up here with me and shoot the breeze. Um, what's that? They are sweethearts. Yes, they are. Aren't they, darling? Yeah. Yeah, they're big. Um, and Kathy, oh my God, she's like a magnet for these things. Did I see Greg? Did I miss that? Greg, are you here? 3G? No, I don't see Greg. At the doctor's office. Yeah, no, that's fine. I hope everything goes well there. I go, I go just for, wellness checks, make sure I'm still vertical breathing and all that stuff. Um, I got to, we're going to the chiropractor tomorrow. My neck has just been, every time I feel like I got a neck full of Rice Krispies. Every time I move, it's snap, crackle, pop in there, and it hurts and it feels, I don't know. We go, the wellness thing to the chiropractor about every 2 weeks and haven't been in over a month. And the last time I was supposed to go, it's just still fighting the vertigo. And I thought, I do not want to lay on the chiropractor table and get up and fall off it and throw up everywhere. Thought I'd share that with you. So yeah, no fun at all. So I didn't. And the last couple times I did go, I told my neck, he never did anything about it. I think I need to find a chiropractor. I really like this guy, but I think I need to find somebody that can do something about it. That's when I started going to a chiropractor in the first place. Yes, please. Yeah. Sean Peck, oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. And who was talking about it? Oh, was it Mitchell? Mitchell was on in our stream yesterday. And that's a name that I'm not familiar with. And I can't remember. Hey, Fisher Fun. And I cannot remember the name of Sean Peck's channel. I think it's more than just Sean Peck, isn't it? I don't know. So I might have to find a different chiropractor. When I first started going to the chiropractor, it was because my neck, same thing. Kathy and I were on our honeymoon, and I got to where when I would turn to look which way I was going, look over my shoulder to change lanes or whatever, that when I turned back, it would like seize up and then crack loose. And it was really painful. So just no fun at all. But he saw me, I think, every day for 2 weeks, just working on me, ice packs, and I haven't been doing that, but he finally got it straightened out for me. So anyway, and it's 2 weeks, Michael, another week and a half, I guess. The 18th is your next Wave Makers with the breeder group. There's a Greg Sage, Mitchell Broom, Ed, don't tell me, Ed Moats, and then Curtis and you and Jeff Kane, I guess. And I think Jeff said he may or may not be able to be there. Those are good. Those are really good streams. For those of you that aren't familiar with those, and if you want to drop, you're on in the doctor's office. I'll see if I can find it. Drop the link for those. Backtrack and watch those. A lot of great information from some really sophisticated fish breeders. And then I guess Mitchell's doing that's what we were talking about, I think, mostly yesterday, with Richard also, Go with Flow, about 3D printing. And all the great stuff you can make when you're, when you're set up to 3D print, all the great stuff you can do for aquariums, so kind of cool. I don't know if I can justify a 3D printer right now and all the, I forgot what you called it, Richard, filament, I think. Yeah, it's probably a little out of my budget for now. I really want to get a new truck. That's not going to happen either. I got a good one. Did they ever finish your? Oh yeah. Geez. Oh yeah. The pool got finished. Geez, when was the end of October? I know I was rattling on about that for filament. Yeah. And and the landscape was supposed to be done end of November, or I'm sorry, end of October, and they finished end of November. So yeah, technically everything's done. We did a walkthrough with the landscape. I'm not thrilled with it, but just we're done with it. But we still got the one of the guys coming back from the pool. He's I'm not exactly sure. He does. I think he oversees electrical and plumbing. And we've got 2 heaters to the pool, trying to get them synced, and one wouldn't fire. And if one fired and the other tried to fire, it would kill them both because there just wasn't enough gas feed. When we bought the house, we had them install, I think, a 2-inch gas line from the meter to the pool equipment, but there wasn't enough. There wasn't enough volume coming through the meter. We had to get a bigger meter, and we tried once a couple years ago. That got dropped, and finally we got a bigger meter week and a half ago. And while the SoCal gas guys trying to get the meter or the heaters fired up, see what happens. All of a sudden, this one just starts making all this noise. So we shut them off, and all of a sudden, boom! And this big cloud. It turned out it was steam that I guess one heater was running dry, and it blew some of the pipe on the outside of the heater. I don't know if it blew the inside of the heater too. We'll find out. So, Don, you're here. How are you? Welcome in. So it was. It's a mess. So I don't know if that second heater is going to be any good anymore. And if it's not, I don't know what we'll do. We can't afford to heat the damn pool. It's ridiculous. That pool is 60 feet long. So the backyard's 70 feet wide. So it's the entire backyard, 5 feet on either end of concrete and plants. And it's technically it's smaller since the redo. It's called a Baja shelf or a tanning shelf. It's about, I don't know, about a foot of water at one end, and it's about a 10-foot pad. So that ate up a lot of the volume of the water. And then they made sort of more of a shallow slope because the pool was just really deep, just a big lap pool. And so now there's a lot less gallonage, but it's still just ridiculous. And to try and heat it, we've been running the heater a little bit because it's been chilly and we wuss out. So we've been running the heater a little bit. And the first time this paid the gas bill a couple of days ago, it's $100 gas bill. Now it's huge for us. So they usually run about $25-$30, So I don't want to try and heat the pool. Kathy tried to heat the pool. I think she ran the heater for a couple of days and it was a $300 bill. So, and it's just not going to happen. So Aquadiction. Okay. Never mind. I'm getting on somebody else's conversation there. So yeah, so the pool's done. It looks great. It was plaster. It's all the pebble coat now. And it looks wonderful, and it's all new tile. The tile, the pool was built in 1997, I think. And the tile was popping off in spots, and we had it kind of fixed when we moved in. Never held, and the concrete decking had been surfaced over with some sort of really thick paint that was chipping off in spots. And there was a couple spots where the leaf skimmers on the side of the pool, that the concrete was actually cracked around it. And it was like there were going to be 2 big concrete boat anchors at the bottom of the pool really soon. So all the patio came out, and the pool was chipped down to nothing and, reformed for that Baja shelf and the slope, shallowing the pool up, and then had a couple retainer raised planters built where there was the back of the pool's about 2 feet higher than the rest of the land, the rest of the patio surface. So, and so on the sides, it was just a big long slope down, and that big long slope, water would just run off and take all kinds of dirt and stuff with it. So we had a couple of raised planters on either side and backfilled those, and then leveled out the rest of it so we don't have that runoff issue. Kathy got her Meyer lemon. She wanted one of those. And then what most people do around here is all the way around the pool. It's either bougainvillea, and I love bougainvillea as long as it's somebody else's, uh, and or ficus. They'll put a what is it, ficus microcarpa? Some people call it nitida, whatever. But all the way around. That's a big ass tree. So we put bamboo in, golden, what's called golden clumping bamboo, or so it's a dwarf bamboo that doesn't spread like most bamboos. It'd be nice. It does drop leaves, but you don't have to deal with the thorns like you do with the bougainvillea, and you don't have to deal with the huge trunks and roots that go straight for concrete. Really destructive. So now you're 10 million in the hole for no, actually, only about 150. 150 million? No, 150,000. It was about 150,000. If we'd have done this back before the world ended, it would have cost about maybe half of that. That's how much shit's gone up since the world ended. I mean, it's just ridiculous for, concrete, construction, all the construction materials. Hi, June. Welcome in. So yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. It really looks nice, and it added to the value of the house. And if interest rates keep dropping, maybe we can get the hell out of Dodge, because we were kind of talking about it. Oh God, remind me, you were in the stream yesterday, Liquid 2. Oh, I cannot remember your name. I'm sorry. And I have a cheat sheet, but no, you're not on it. Ha. I'm sorry. Oh no, come on, Matt. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Matt. Welcome in. Uh, so anyway, yeah. So it's in. Uh, really just dress the place up, and it was well worth it. I think it was money well spent, actually. So cost money to ship. No kidding. I sell a lot on eBay, and I sell mugs. That I thrifted, Disney stuff mostly, and Pixar, other stuff like that. But I put $9.95 shipping on all my mugs, and I might because they're heavy, and they all fit in 6-inch cubes, heavily wrapped, and I might make a couple bucks extra on the shipping. Not much, because it is expensive to ship. They're heavy. A lot of mugs are really heavy, so, and especially some of the bigger ones. Do a lot of Starbucks mugs too. So, and things this size. This is about, I don't know, 20 ounces, maybe something like that. These Cracker Barrel mugs. Yeah, that's the way this kind of was, June. I mean, we had the pool in it, but there was bougainvillea all the way around the pool when we got here, and that was one of the first things we did, was have somebody take it all out. Because every time they come through with the gas-powered hedge trimmer, the pool guy couldn't get through, and I was doing the maintenance for a long time, and I still do. And so when you use gas-powered hedge trimmer on bougainvillea, you cut the stems up into a lot of little pieces, and all those little pieces have big ass thorns on them, and those big ass thorns will go right through the sole of a tennis shoe, or through the side of one. So, and you can't be out there barefoot. So we just cleared the bougainvillea out, and there was nothing there up until November. We had the backyard re-landscaped after the pool was all done. Pool got finished. We were just talking about that. Pool got finished in end of August, I guess. And then, end of September. So by the end of August, or September, October, it was supposed to be all landscaped. Well, end of November, that happened. And then now just some final detaily shit, and we're done. But wow, yeah. I used to live in this little house. We lived in Westminster, California. It's, I don't know, about 20 minutes from Disneyland, not too far from the beach, Huntington Beach. And the house was 830 square feet. And no, kudzu, I know what the hell that stuff is. And I've seen it, you know. And on a 6,500 square foot lot and this little 830 square foot house. So when I first moved in there, it was essentially just a giant weed patch. The house was over to one side of the lot. The lot was divided in half lengthwise. And so the house was over to one side. And in front of that, going out to it was all fenced in all the way around with chain link. The side in front of the house, it was just grass. So I, mowed it, and that was it. And eventually I planted a big planter in the center of that and got to the point where you couldn't see the house from the street. It was really cool. And then the other side was just a giant weed patch. And it took a while. And it was probably, 3,000 square feet, the other half of the lot. So a little over 3,000 square feet. I got it weed free and I turned it into just a huge vegetable garden. And I kept it that way for, 10 or 12 years. And it was nice. It was really nice. And then I went back to school and I thought I don't have time for the veggie garden. And I just planted it with stuff. It was kind of like my plant zoo. And then, we ended up moving out here and I left all that behind and I missed the hell out of that because we're in a desert now. And I guess I have to learn to garden differently. And I just haven't tried. But there in Westminster, we could grow just about anything we wanted to. And it was really cool. And I do miss that. I do miss the plants and getting out there playing in the dirt. I mean, the summertime there, it was great. You had June gloom and May gray and it was muggy and damp and all that crap. And summertime here, it's 120. Jose, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, where'd you guys move? June, are you moving or something? Or I've got that, my pond is one of those 100-gallon livestock tubs, the Rubbermaid, and then all the fish tanks. I left a lot of plants. We took a few, and a lot of the ones we took didn't make it. Yeah, I left the aloe vera there. It was in the ground. I had a big patch of it. And so last year, it's coming up again. And I think March, they do a neighborhood yard sale. And somebody was selling 1-gallon cans of aloe vera. And we bought one of those. And we bought a rosemary too. And we promptly killed the rosemary. But the aloe vera is still doing well. I love that stuff. It's great for burns and scratches and scrapes and bug bites. And I miss that, having all that stuff out there. And I probably had, at one point, maybe 20 different varieties of salvia, sage, had bananas, had some semi-tropical fruit, something called Suriname cherry, really good. And then, you moved, yeah, 20, yeah. So we moved here in, it'd be 3 years last month on the 15th, 16th was our first full day here. Escrow closed on the 15th at midnight there in Orange County. So what was that? 23? No, 20, December 22, then 23, 24, 20. Yeah, so we moved here in December 22. So, and I never thought I'd leave that house, because I lived there for, God, 47 years. Did a lot of shit I probably shouldn't have while I lived there. Lucky to be alive, I suppose, most of the time. Yeah, we still got boxes in the garage that still, I'm still looking for shit. 3 years later, I am still looking for shit. And so I get that. Some stuff I'd really like to find too, a couple collectible things, not a clue. And then, I had a huge coffee cup collection. We do again. And if you saw the thumbnail for this thing, that's only part of what's, now. But when Kathy moved in with me, all of a sudden she thought, we don't need these. So next thing I know, a lot of my coffee cups ended up at Goodwill. So I kind of missed that. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So, I thought it'd be cool to, yeah, be cool to rent that house. But then, that house really was a tear down. God, we come home sometimes and go into the bedroom, and this one wall would be covered with ants. There's no food in the bedroom. They just come in because it was whatever the weather from the outside drove them in, or what. So, that house was a dump. We did the best we could with it. I think I'm glad to see that part of it go, but there was on the same lot on the lot went through from one street to the other, and behind us, the other street, there was a duplex that I had, and so that was between the rents on that was paying for the mortgage, those two rents. And if we would have rented the house, that we moved out of, we'd probably be making the house payment on this one too. So it would have been good, but it worked out. And Kathy got exactly what she wants. She wanted a 3 bedroom, 2 bath with a fireplace, a pool in a cul-de-sac. Bingo, the whole thing. So she's thrilled, and that's cool. So sounds like me and my cast iron color 400. Wow, yeah, no kidding. Wow. So yeah, so she got that, and now we did this big remodel not long after we moved in. Finished about a year and a half ago now. And so now it's a 4 bedroom, 3 bath. So, it's even bigger. We didn't change the footprint on the house, so it didn't affect property taxes. Sorry, I have to drop off. I'm looking for Spiderwood. Oh, cool. Setting up. If anyone has any suggestions for online vendors. Oh, man, you know what? Yeah, there was a place in Orange County, California. They do all kinds of wood. And, and no, I don't remember what they're called. But let me look real quick, just for the hell of it. Let me look. Um, oh wow. Oh man, I got too many. What are they called? Bookmarks. A lot to go through. No, hang on. I'll try something. Yeah, no, not offhand. Yeah, not offhand. Sorry about that. We got a 2-story house. Stairs are. Yeah, this is a 1-story. Um, we sold a house in 2020 actually. Um, we had done a fix and flip in Palm Springs, California, not about a half an hour west of where we are. And it was a mess. And we stripped it down to the studs and made it beautiful and sold it right. Well, I mean, it was December. So the world had already ended, what, in March? Uh, Spiderwood at PetSmart. Yeah. 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 A lot of times you can get buy two, get one free, huh, June? Um, but yeah, I think there's a place in Colorado too that does online, like aquarium wood, or Um, hey Jeff, welcome in. Yeah, yeah. Oh God, yeah. They were still scarce when we moved out here in what did I say? 23, December 23. Is that right? Or 22, December 22. They were still scarce. All the U-Hauls had gone east and none of them came back. So yeah, we were lucky to find any, and we moved ourselves. Um, And there was stuff that, big stuff that couldn't deal with. So anyway, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't miss the crowds where we were in Orange County. I don't miss the filth. Um, but yeah, and they were expensive. Yeah, and but I do miss being able to grow anything I wanted. It was really good gardening, and it was, it wasn't 120 in the summers. I guess you get used to it. And we were 20 minutes from Disneyland, so our passes were, we were there all the time, and we do miss that. So now it's a big deal to go out there because it's a 2-hour drive, and a lot of times we'll stay overnight, so it runs the cost up that way. We've already got the passes, but then we got to, hotels too. So, and we'll go for a couple days at a time sometime. And where's this at? Where's me at? I've got 10 years on Kathy, so she's in much better shape than I am. I got to work on that. I've turned into kind of a lard ass, but that's the way that is. So, yeah, I know it's pretty up the west slope of the Sierra Nevadas. I really like it up there. Years and years and years and years and years ago, I had a buddy whose grandparents lived in Miwok Village. I think is it on the Tuolumne River? Can't remember, but it was really pretty up there, and we went gold panning once on I guess it's the American River. It was right down the river from where the Sutter's Mill was, the recreation of the Sutter's Mill, because the original mill I think was long gone and it was further upstream or whatever. And I like the West Slope. And I lived in South Lake Tahoe for a little while. Both sides. I lived in State Line for a little bit, State Line, Nevada, and then I lived in South Lake Tahoe for a bit. And that was nice up there. We went back up there a few years ago. It is not the same. South Shore is just, it's really crowded. There's strip malls and a lot of people. And, we had the seasonal crowds. You get, bumper to bumper in the summertime from State Line all the way up over Echo Summit on the 50. And then in the winter, it was mostly the weekends, the ski crowd when there was snow. And the year I left, there was no snow. In fact, the year I left, before I left, we were water skiing on the lake, because it was a gorgeous winter. Not great for the business up there, but yeah, Tahoe's pretty. It really is pretty. I used to like to just drive around the lake. It was 70 miles, 76 miles, and Vegas is a shithole. I don't know. I hope I didn't piss too many people off with that one. Kathy's brother lives in St. George, Utah, and most of his business, he deals in comic books, and most of his business is in Los Angeles. So he commutes back and forth like once a week. So they're selling their place in St. George and moving to Las Vegas. They love it. They love it. They like the casinos. They like gambling, so good for them. I was thinking, God, we should sell this house and buy their house and move to St. George. That's really growing. That for when they bought that place in St. George, that was the fastest growing city in the nation at the time, I think. That's been, I don't remember, maybe 8 years, something like that. Maybe about 8 years or so. Now, it's nice enough, but they had a lot of agriculture around them, a lot of, big open pasture land with cows, and most all that's turned into houses now. And I don't know where they all go if there's enough industry or business in St. George to support all those people, or if they have to travel, if it's just a bedroom community. I really don't know. But it's kind of cool. The weather was mostly nice. They get a little snow in the winter. It gets cold. Not too far from Cedar City or, hey, Lance, not too far from, what else? Not Kings Canyon. Two big parks there. Oh, God. Yeah, I can't remember. Southeast Utah, that southeast corner. a couple of the national parks, blank. So yeah. Anyway, not too far from either of those. Wow. Well, Bryce is one of them, and I can't remember what the other one is. Bryce, you're kind of up on the top looking down. The other one I'm thinking of, it's a big long canyon that you're down in the bottom looking up on everything. Both are spectacular. But anyway, like that. So Skinwalker Ranch, that's somewhere in isn't that sort of north central Nevada? Or is that Oregon? That's where all the extra, well, the supernatural things kind of happen. Skinwalker. Yeah, in Utah. Yeah, in Utah. Oh, Skinwalker's not in Utah, is it? No, I can't remember what the parks in southern Utah are. But it's I'm going to cheat. I had a friend that worked in the Park Service, and he was stationed in oh God, where was Cedar Breaks National Monument, and we got to spend quite a bit of time there. Way back once upon Zion, yeah, Zion's the other one I was trying to think of. Bryce and Zion were the two, so they're more like south, oh, more southwest. I thought they were more southeast, but yeah. All right, well, have a good night, Peter. Thanks for being here. Sleep well. I know it's already late your time, um, and have a great weekend coming. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea. I know I've seen it before. I think I've seen videos on it. Uh, yeah, UFO sightings and um, yeah, I guess all kinds of weird stuff's happened out there. That would be one for Christine and her whatever it is, her Wednesday night thing that she does, or Tuesday night thing. All kinds of conspiracy stuff. I always love that saying. It's no, I don't even remember how it goes now about conspiracy theories. Close to Ballard. All right. Um, I need to get out. I want to just go on a road trip. It's been a while since we've been out the door. I could, not too far from uh, Jorge, Mexicali Fish Keeper. We were talking about going there, um, go around the Salton Sea and go up to Yuma and maybe go to lunch with him someday. So maybe we'll do that. I haven't seen him in a while. Um, hope he's well. It's funny how if you're not paying attention, things just sort of fall off your YouTube feed. So, and he's one of them. So like that. I think my brain just dried up. The two brain cells just went. So there. So I've rambled considerably for almost 45 minutes of rambling. And you guys are still here. I love you for it. Let me close this off. Yeah, somebody put that up once upon a time in the thing. If you would, please hit that little thumbs up. That'll help. So, hey, Whip. Howdy do. Yeah. So anyway, there. No fishy stuff. Not that I can think of. Nothing new there. I really want to. I was talking about that yesterday. I want to get some more of the black Schultzes and see if I can build up a colony. I've got two, and I think I started with 12 total. Um, and I want to get some of those albino pygmy cories too. I like those, and maybe find another, uh, maybe another tetra or something, another egg scatterer. Try and put these egg collecting trays to use. See if I can actually get anything to work for me. Heading home from work, so a blanket hellos. Yep, safe drive. Yep, shiny side up, always. Uh, Recently speaking with a retired. All right, wait. To Arizona from New York. Loves it. Thinking of places away from Northeast, not Florida. Yeah, well, Florida's kind of been on my mind, not Kathy's, but mine, just because we're Disney fans and there's the four parks there. Just got a longfin panda. Really? Yeah, they are pretty. I really do like those too. I've got a bunch of regular pandas and they're spawning regularly for me, which is kind of cool. I did what Foxy said. Put spawning mops on the bottom of the tank and have a good strong flow. And I started with how many? I think 10, and I probably got pushing 20 now. So they just colony breed in the tank. Yeah, cool. Very cool. Yeah. And then, yeah, I want to get some of those. Yeah, I get that. I understand the humidity. Hey, uh, can you tell Jose hello from me? I don't think he can see my comments. All right, Christian B is saying hello there, Jose. I don't know. He's thinking, let me put this up. I don't know if you can see this. Um, Maybe that'll help. So, he could be driving, he could be at work. Hey, Melvin, how you doing? Uh, where was I? Longfin pandas. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I wanted to. The black Schultzes are expensive, so I was going to go through Aquahuna and get some other stuff and throw a lot of black Schultzes in there, whatever their lot is. I don't know if it's twos or threes or what. And um, and then lump the shipping all together that way. But I got to figure out what I want. I've been holding off because I managed to run up a credit card again. I don't know how the hell I do that, but I do. It's the problem with Amazon. It's just too easy. I'm doing good. Just watching YouTube on the big screen. All right, cool. So am I life size? Almost. Yeah, and I get the humidity, Jose. It's it used to get really muggy in Orange County in Southern California where we were. Not like Florida, but it'd just be muggy and sticky and still. Um, I've got a friend that lives in oh God, what's it called? Prescott, Arizona, and it's a little bit higher elevation, and they'll get snow a little bit occasionally, and they do like. Um, Wait, who me, Jose? I'm streaming on StreamYard, um, and yeah, he loves it there. He just he wanted out of California, and yeah, I guess I get it. I grew up here. I was born and raised here. I lived in South Lake Tahoe for about 30 minutes, really, on the Nevada side, and then back to the California side, and then back down here. Um, and I mean, I could go on about that, but probably shouldn't. Just not the Tahoe bit, just California bit, because. So anyway, why I do not know why. I do not know why. I mean, you both have wrenches. Uh, Yeah, I can't answer that, Jose. I don't think there's anything on my side. Um, no, because everything between the two of you, the settings on my side look identical. So I do not know. Um, I wish I could help you there. Um, maybe when you get a chance, try Googling, why can't I see, uh, I don't know, like a chat member on a YouTube live stream, see if that helps. So um, not a clue. Did I do that shameless plug already? I did. Hit the thumbs up. Yeah, don't mind me. So anyway, yeah. Make sure one of you doesn't have the other blocked. Oh, yeah. There you go, Lance. That I don't know why that would. I mean, it could happen inadvertently too, I suppose. And Iron Ramfish. Hey, welcome. I am not sure. I guess it could happen inadvertently, and it's no. If I understand it correctly, it's no easy task to unblock someone once they're blocked. So maybe keep that in mind too, but just give it a shot. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. No, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, cool. Yeah. So I don't know what to tell you there. I wish I did. I wish I could help. Um, really? So if Christian, can you see, can you see this? If I put this up, um, he's a mean one, Mr. Grinch. For the record, because I say it is, the long fin green dragon plecosaurus with short fins is a henceforth now known as a green drake plecosaurus. I will call them that. Thanks, Webb. I will write that down so I remember. And somebody else in one of the comments on one of my videos, they used another term out of, I think, Norse mythology. But yeah, that works. And because they don't breathe fire, right? I mean, so you can't be a dragon without breathing fire, I guess. I don't know. Green Drake Pleco. I like that and I appreciate it. And if I remember correctly, yeah, so those are actual green dragons then, June, with the long fins. I got mine from Brenton. And if I remember correctly, they can still, if they spawn, they can throw off long fins. And if they spawn, so if I get lucky enough for that to happen. And if I do, then I will separate long fins and short fins and see what I can do about that, assuming that, that ever happens, which would be very cool. So, okay, I guess my next question is, Jose, can you see Christian's comments? But wait, but I can't wait, yeah, I can see Jose's comments on the live stream, but I can't on others. What? Wait, can you see this, Christian? Yeah, this is all very confusing. Have the long fin snow whites. They are pretty. Yeah, Richard did a short today, I think. I saw it today anyway, on his are they snow whites? Richard, are you still here? Are they snow white, the long fin white bristle nose that you've got? They are pretty spectacular. And doesn't Jeff have some of those too, Jeff Pelham? Are his long fin white bristle nose? You don't see, oh man, okay, I give up. I didn't know what to tell you guys. Log out and come back in. Honestly, not a clue. The fact that this works, and I can talk to people all over the country, and in fact, all over the world, because Peter from Belgium was here a little bit ago. No, not Jeff. Okay. And I don't have to do much is pretty cool. So, and every now and then it still backfires. So last week ago Sunday, I think maybe I was on Wave Makers with Michael and Jeff and Curtis, and I got kicked out a couple times, and I think it's my internet connection at this end. I looked over at my whatever you call that thing. It's the satellite, and the little light on it was blood. Richard has long fin white bristle nose. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I was seeing earlier today. Wait, Melvin, where do you see 3G? I still haven't seen him. Greg, are you here? Huh. Yeah, I saw somebody else say hi to 3G, and I still haven't seen Greg. So, not a clue. Yeah, I agree, Whip. I think that's likely it. So, I don't know. Both of you, both Jose and Christian, go into your settings somewhere. Google it first if you can't figure it out. How do I unblock somebody on YouTube? And then, yeah, I don't see him either, Jose. Yeah. Be nice. I like Greg. I like Greg's fish room. His angelfish stuff inspires me. So does Richard's. I think what I need to do is play their channels out in the garage where my angelfish can see it. So, maybe they'll get inspired. I'm still waiting for them to lay eggs. I've got the little float, the magnetic, thing on the inside. They spawn on Richard's all the time. They don't even look at mine. And then I had those cones. I'm not going to say what they look like. Had two of those, and Greg has those, and he stacks them so that way when they lay on one, he takes the one off, sticks it in a fry tray with the egg side down so they can hatch out there. And they're another one of those plugs is still in the tank, so the angelfish don't think everything's gone. So I don't know how sharp they are, but they're cute. But damn it, they have not laid eggs for me. I think they're a male and female pair, but what are you going to do? The only other explanation is you streaming to. I'm sorry, what? I'm on StreamYard. That's where I'm streaming from. So wow. I have no idea what you're talking about there, Whip. You got me. Select pet. Give me a minute. John. From yesterday. Lori. Wow. I'm honored. Well, I'm honored by all of you being here. The fact that, hey, Beto, the fact that you guys I didn't even see Beto come in. Oh, there you are. Yeah. Lurking from working. Yeah, that's probably, don't get caught. Yeah. Sorry to talk to Texas. It's squirrely streaming to multiple platforms. Yeah, I guess. I mean, wow. Yeah, excrement occurs. It's the polite way of saying shit happens. Right. yeah. So anyway, so I was kind of hoping to. I want to get some new fish, but just yeah, maybe I will. I got to deal with some of the ones I got. I've got the albino crebensis that I need to get rid of. Still, I've got a few left of them. Empty that tank. There's probably 6 or 8 of them, and I guess I can wait till the next auction and just put them up as a lot. Last year, early in the season, I had a 16 or 18 small baby crebensis that like that. So maybe 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch, that I had siphoned out of the tank because the previous half a dozen spawns, Bob and Carol, ate. So I siphoned them out, raised them in one of those make more fish fry trays till they were big enough to, kind of be on their own, and then put them in another tank. I can't remember if it was a 10 or a 5 or a 10, whatever, and fed them up until they got a little bigger, into a 20. And then I just sold the whole lot on auction in one of the early streams last year. And I don't know, maybe I'll put this, and I've still got the regular species crebensis that I want to get rid of too, make up some more tank space. Those are all in 29s. And I was thinking, I don't know, maybe just keep a pair of those. They are pretty. And maybe they'll spawn or not. Right now they're in a tank of about, I don't know, maybe 16 or 18 of the species looking crebensis. And they're all mature. They're a couple years old, maybe going on 2.5, pushing 3 years old now. So, but they need homes. So, and then I'm still just staring at that other 29 with all the bettas in it. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. They're all, the female was a platinum or cellophane, kind of a long fin, splendens. And I think she carried the bad genes because most of the bettas in that tank have big old tumors on them. And they are slowly dropping off. And God, from what I understand, bettas can live 8 or 10 years from some things I've seen. So I don't know. And they're just living their best life. And people go euthanize them. I will never be the first person to tell somebody to euthanize their fish. So Ron, I think Whip is talking about, and you streaming on multiple platforms, YouTube, Facebook. And so I know on Jesse's stream, you can't see other. I'm only streaming right across YouTube. I don't have anything on Facebook. I don't cross stream. Not that I know of. I mean, unless it's doing it since they changed over, right? Now that it's Melvin, you were talking about that a week or so ago about StreamYard blend moving in with or got bought up by Spoons US. And I didn't make sense, but I see that. You're right. You're absolutely right. Talk to text. I screwed up. I was trying, to say the only other plausible explanation is that you might be streaming on multiple. Yeah, okay, I get that. But if that's the case, I got no idea how that happens unless StreamYard's just doing it, just automatically. So I do have I do have that Facebook channel called Garage Aquatics. But I don't know where. If there was a live stream going on, if this was showing up there, not a clue. Yeah, not a clue. No, I'm in the wrong spot looking even. So, well, you guys got me. I don't know. I don't know. Does with that? Yes, Ron, I did. Yeah, on January 1st, right? Right. Was it a merger or a buyout? Anyway, so yeah, I do not know. And I guess that's as possible as anything. Uh, so both the Christian and Jose, are you both watching on YouTube? If I'm understanding what you're saying correctly, Whip. Just for the record, I checked and I have no users blocked. Unblock me, Jose. Ah, that's funny. Yeah. So yeah, Whip saying he's leaning towards somewhere. Yeah. Says it was a merger. Very cool. Yeah. Huh. On the tube. So Jose's on the tube. Watching on the tube. Not a clue. So yeah, Jose Christian's saying he looked and he has no blocked users. So maybe you need to look too and see if you've got any. Um, so it's all very weird. And it's all way above my pay grade, which is mostly zero. So, I don't know. Not a clue. Uh, are you quite abrasive, Christian? Like a what would that be? A 320 grit or no? That'd be fine. That'd be like a 60 grit. There we go. I've never seen option to block anyone. Where you know, Jose, I would search that on Google. Where do I find or how do I unblock someone on my YouTube channel? Uh, and see if they. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Uh, but and when I run into stuff like that for YouTube, for eBay, whatever, I always just try and word get a good question and hit the Google with it, and they typically are whatever it is typically able to help me find the right path to get to where I need to go. I don't know if that makes sense or not. So somehow I got on. Oh gosh, what's his name? Uh, Mark Pyle's Facebook page. Um, Lots of snakes. Don't like snakes. A lot of people love them. Just yeah, don't like snakes. And y'all know I watch Paul Stingray. I like his channel a lot, and he's got reptiles. And when he's doing snake stuff, I just like go buy it. Snakes just creep me out. Not a fan. No eyelids. You can't trust them. So it's kind of like things that wear masks and have opposable thumbs. You can't trust those either. Not what I wanted. Click on any channel name. Lots of options. Oh, that's helpful, June. Yeah, and you can click on the channel name here, Jose, because you've got a wrench. So that might. Now let me try some stuff here. Well, I could put Christian in a timeout. Probably shouldn't do that though. Hide user on this channel. No, I won't do that either. Oh, but then I wouldn't see you. So that can't be it. And then go find Jose. God, everything looks the same. Huh. I just don't know. Wish I did. I wish I had an answer for you. Uh, Are you, Jose? Jeff just put Christian's link in the chat. I don't know. Maybe click on that, and if you're not subscribed to him, maybe that'll do something. Hey, David. Howdy. Somebody needs to reboot. Yeah, I'd suggested that, Don. That could be. I'm not going to, because I know it's not at this end. No, I don't. I'm pretty sure it's not at this end. So how, Don, question from Lance. I do love good hush puppies. Already subbed. Yeah, I think I am too. Yeah, I am. Oh, wait, no, wait, what? That was Jeff's channel. I'm sorry. I thought that was Christian's channel that you put up there. It is. Oh, wait. All right. I got it. Do I need to? Oh, there we go. Never mind. Yep. I am subscribed to Christian's channel too. Try that, Jose. See if that makes a difference. And Christian, are you subscribed to Jose? Where'd he go? We could spend the rest of the afternoon, evening for you guys at this and still never get it sorted out. No, I can't find Jose's channel. There he is. Copy. All right, so here is Jose's channel. There we are. So both your channels are in the chat. So Don, are you guys all moved? The one location all moved and closed and new one open yet? Oh, hey, Christine. Welcome in. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be going. It's been a little over an hour, and Kathy should be home pretty soon. And I definitely want to give her my undivided attention once she gets here. So, thanks, Lori. Yeah, these things just get stupid once in a while, And there's, not a whole lot we can do about it. Here, I'm going to let you take the fall for YouTube for this one, Scotty. There we go. Anyway, so yeah. So I never thought to ask too, where are we at the 8th? I hope everybody had a great Christmas, because I haven't seen you since before. Had a lovely Christmas and New Year's, and a great first week of the year here. It's been good. We close up the old shop. Oh, here we go. End of next week, and have 4 days to move to the new location, get everything working, new staff trained, all that. What's the distance of the move, Don? How far? You're moving all the equipment, all the kitchen equipment and everything? That's a lot. There's professional movers involved, just people that know what the hell they're doing. Wow. Yeah, we had a good time. We went to on Christmas Day. We drove into Orange County. It was about a 2-hour drive, no traffic at all. It was wonderful. And went and spent the day with Kathy's dad and bonus mom and her cousins and some of the other family. And it was really nice. And then spent the night out there. And the next day we met with friends For breakfast, miles mean nothing here. 2 miles could be. Yeah, I get that. That's kind of like Orange County and LA County. Um, but yeah, we went to breakfast at one of my favorite old haunts in it's called Sunset Beach, California. Little old place called the Harbor House. It's built in 1939. The whole building kind of slopes. They get these really high tides periodically in the Huntington Harbor behind it, and then the beach is just on the other side. And what it does, people actually kayak up to the front door because it does everything but go underwater. Well, folks, I gotta drop it. Yeah, I should probably get to be doing that too. Like I said, Kathy's going to be home in a couple minutes, and I think I got all the dishes done. So, Scotty, thanks for being here, and Scotty, also thank you for that link. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and I'll watch it again, and then others pop up. But I think that I don't know. I'm just so afraid of triggering it again because it felt so bad, and it did say something about this vertigo. You want to tilt over to the one side that is most affecting. I don't know what side that is. I don't know if it's my right side or my left side. And I'm really afraid to find out because, boy, that was a miserable few days. I don't know if any of you have ever had vertigo before, but boy, it sucks. Whip, what are you saying, pal? Disabling chat. The person who messages aren't seen might be hidden by a moderator, meaning only they can see their own comments, or there's a technical glitch here with the browser or YouTube setting. I kind of am going with a technical glitch because when I click on Christian's and when I click on Jose's, nothing looks like it's triggered. Like nothing's been hidden, nothing's been blocked that I can see. And they both have the standard moderator. Oops, what did I do? They both have the standard moderator function turned on. So I just don't have a clue. But anyway, so. What do you mean he didn't miss anything? I don't know how to take that. Yeah, this was just kind of a ramble fest. I should have put that in the. Yep. No, wait, who's this? Ring. Oh, Amazon. I love Amazon. I wonder what my wife ordered. I don't think I've got anything coming. It's across YouTube, not just here. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah. I know they glitch. All this stuff just does. It's so big. Oh God, I was watching I love anime. And I was watching an anime yesterday called Summer Wars or Summer War on HBO Max. And it's essentially about everything being run by this giant AI. And the AI became essentially sentient. It's like, have you watched The Terminator? So anyway, or what's some of the other ones? Matrix, stuff like that. Anyway, if someone can not see someone, Lori, if someone cannot see someone's comment, they could have. Yeah, we've already run that route, and they would have to check in their YouTube. Yeah, we've already been that route. Jose's going to check his. But Christian already checked his, and Jose is not blocked by Christian. So, yeah. Are you at work, Jose? I'm guessing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 50. So it's 10 to 6 on the East Coast. Well, yeah. So anyway, I don't really know. I wish I could answer that better. What are you saying? Uh, check that out, Ron. I recently saw on anime called. Uh, is that an LMA? Laughing your ass off? Recently saw an anime called The Boy. Yeah, I watched that when it first came out about 6 months or so ago. Um, I'll watch it again. I love the animes, the Ghibli Studios. I've just been going through all of them again. And right now, I just started Princess Mononoke today. So, and I've got most of those on DVD too, because eventually they won't be streamable. And I like watching those. They're just, I love the art, and the fantasy of it. And we'll get us straight sooner or later. Yeah, back to the Ron show. Thanks, Christian. Yeah, the Boy and the Heron was interesting. Um, I like that too. Yes, it worked till 8 Eastern. Yeah. So you got a couple more hours to go, pal. Um, Uncle Smiley's I do not have it. But, yes. He almost always comments on my videos. And yeah, a couple months now. I hope he's well. Joel, if I remember correctly. I hope I didn't just blow his anonymity. The anime Project Arms. No, I haven't. Yeah, they really are. They really are good. I have not seen that, Melvin. God, what was the other one? Geez. It's just seasons. There's two of them. They just came out with the second season a few months back. I watched the first one. It's kind of dark. And I can't remember. I'd have to go look. Oh, and wait, that one might be also on YouTube or Netflix, the one I'm thinking of. I think there's 2 seasons of it. It's not Legacy. Is that right? No, I don't remember. But yeah, I think it's a toss-up what my favorites are. I really like Castle in the Sky and Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle. I think those are my 3 favorites. And I'm not sure if any particular order or not. Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm just a big kid. I'm just a better behaved 13-year-old, really. Jose, to see if you have anyone blocked, go to your YouTube studio. It will be there and you can fix it. Do you know what links you have to do to get to that, Lori? Your videos. No, let me just look. Let me just Google that. All right. Did you mean how do I? Yes, that's what I meant. Use YouTube Studio to remove them from your hidden users. Under Community. Wow. Let's see. Okay. Wait. What? Under Community Settings for Channel Comments. Huh. No, not a clue. Community moderation. No, that just didn't seem to take me where I thought it would. Whip, I'd say reach out to Pelham. He's got contact information for all kinds of people. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop. I started watching that and I just sort of fell off. I think I got maybe only 4 or 5 episodes in. Yeah, let's see. But I would search that on Google. How do I unblock someone on YouTube? Uh, or go to your Google account. Oh, yeah. Okay. You might have to go into your Google account. And it's myaccount.google.com/block list. And that, here, let me put this link. Maybe try this link. To unblock. It says it's you have to take it out of the parentheses because it copied with the parentheses. But myaccount.google.com/block list. Maybe give that a shot. Hey, Johnny, welcome in. Yeah, I was saying this earlier, I think before you got here, Whip. I need to do that with Gabriel, G&C Aquatics. He's one that's fallen off the radar. I like Gabriel. See how he's doing. He was trying to get something going in his garage, and I know he's got family and grandkids, and hopefully that's all it is. He's a motorcycle rider, and who knows. I got a buddy that's into motorcycles, and he said, there's only 2 kinds of motorcycle riders: those that have gone down and those that are haven't gone down yet. So I know that's dark, but I really didn't mean to. No, you're all right, bud. Really, Christian. Not at all. Because, if there hasn't been like any real fish topic, or, we haven't been shopping for fish or plants or anything. I've been rambling. You guys have been good enough to hang out with me. No guilt. Man, that's not necessary, bud. Not at all. So, no, it's been fun. It's been fun. I really appreciate you all being here. And like I said, this is the first time I've been up here streaming since November 20th. So, whatever the arithmetic comes out, it's going on 2 months. Today's the 8th. So what is that? 4 or 5, 6, 7 weeks, something like that, easily. No, is that right? Yeah, something like that. So, no, it's cool. I really appreciate you guys sitting it out, listening to me ramble, and it's always fun. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. So, no apologies necessary, please. So anyway, I like that. So I think I'm gonna call it a wrap. Glad to hear you're feeling. Yeah, me too, Don. But it still kind of comes and goes a little bit, or a little bit of queasiness, or just a little bit of spinning. So yeah, God forbid any of you should ever have to go through vertigo. Wow. I know there's a lot worse, but still, that was no fun. What about patient stat was the child who's nervous. Oh, wow. All right. Okay, Melvin. So anyway, yeah. So thanks, Don. Well, I went in for a CAT scan, a low dose CAT scan. I used to be a smoker for years, and I quit, I don't know, 35 years ago. But I go to the doctors every year, and just for a wellness check. And he suggested that, well, since you're a former smoker, you should probably do a cancer screening annually. And so I did, and I did one last year, no problems. But this year, I don't remember what happened last year, if they did the same thing. It was a different place. But this time they put my legs up, laying flat on a CAT scan table, put something under my legs. And I'm guessing last year they came and took that out, and then I just sort of rolled over, got up, went away. But this time I swung my legs off that raised thing, and maybe all the blood went to my 2 brain cells. And I got up, stood up, and boom. I mean, I just spun and reeled and went all the way across the room into the wall. And you know, my ended up sitting on the CAT scan table for, God, almost an hour, and he needed his CAT scan back. And he walked me out to this little room off to the side with chairs and a couple bathrooms right there. I went into the bathroom and sort of threw some water on my face, got sweating, you know, and nauseous, and put a little water in my mouth. At worst case, cotton mouth. Next thing I know, I'm hugging the toilet. I haven't done that in a long time. And got through that and found my way out to my truck, and I sat there. And it's dark now. And I finally just called my wife, and she came and got me, because there was no way I was going to drive. You know, I was just not up to it. And, you know, Don Scotty sent me a link of treatments that no medication. It's just, I guess there's some little crystals in the ear canals, whatever, that in the fluid that get out of whack, and that causes that. So it's a matter of getting them back where they belong. And then I think after they're there, they should super glue them in place so that never happens again. So yeah, cystoscopy. Yeah, nothing like that sounds fun. Nothing like that sounds fun. So, but anyway, that's kind of what happened. So I'll shoot you that link, Don. So I don't know if, yeah, I took some stuff for dizziness, and it really didn't make much difference. I had it for a while. You know, maybe it's expired, but most medications don't go south like that, you know, so I think it was just beyond that. So, but anyway, y'all, I'm going to call it a wrap. And my wife's not home yet, but I figure she will be before too long. And I can't thank you enough for being here. It's been a lot of fun. My throat's starting to get a little raw from talking for the last hour and a half. I remember when I used to teach, my first class was always on a Saturday, and it was a 5.5 hour class, and my throat would be bleeding after 5.5 hours of me rattling. So figuratively, not literally. So anyway, everybody have a great evening, I guess, and rest of your day, and week, you know, coming into the weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and maybe I'll catch you next week. All right. So love you all, and take care. Thanks for looking.